record now like an end of practice stretch and relaxation so that you can tag this onto any of the other shorter videos that I've been uploading and will continue to upload over the next few weeks. So you can do this on its own as a stretch or tag it on some of the others. So we're going to begin here in all fours. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhaling, lift the sit bones, lift the chest to cow. And exhaling, curl and arch your back, pushing the floor away for cat. Inhale to lift. And exhale to curl. Okay, coming back to neutral. Take your right foot behind you, tuck the toes and really press into the heel, stretching out the back of the calf. Okay, and then releasing that, inhale to lift the right heel off the floor, exhale, bringing the knee in between the hands. Now we're going to make our way down to pigeon. So we want the front knee to be slightly wide of the hip, flex your foot, now shuffle your back foot away from you as far as you can. Now, depending on your knee health and flexibility, your foot can be anywhere between the groin and level with the knee. So in theory, your shin could be parallel to the short edge of the mat like that. So go with what works for you. Check in with your hips. What you don't want is to roll over onto the right side. If you feel that happening, you can use a block or a jumper or a blanket underneath there to stop that from happening. So you want to have the hips nice and square. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, folding forwards. Now, you can have your forearms on the floor, back of the hands here with the forehead resting down, or reach the arms out in front of you. Now just check, when you reach your arms out in front of you, do you feel any tension suddenly arriving down here in the lower body to hold you in place? If you do, just come back a level. I want you to be completely passive in this stretch. I want you to let go of all of your body weight and just sink down towards the floor. And you can't do that if you're suddenly tense to support the position. So if you need to, just bring the arms back a level. It's not an issue. I want you to be able to release the glutes, release the hips. Okay, let's slowly lift the chest. Bring your right hand to the centre of the mat. Sweep the left arm behind you. Pick up the left foot. And just squeeze your heel in towards the glutes to stretch off the quads. And release. Hands down. Now just shuffle that back knee in. Come back to all fours. You're going to feel a little bit out of balance now. Inhale, lift to cow. Exhale, curl to cat. Come back to neutral. Step your left toes back. Push into the heel. Then lift the heel off the floor. And bring the knee between the hands. You hear my knee clicking then. Shuffle your back toes away from you, and again, just check in. You might find it a lot easier on one side than the other. Most people do, so just see where your foot's comfortable on this side. Could be anywhere between here and level with the knee. Hips square, try not to roll over. Prop yourself up if you need to. Lift and lengthen on an in-breath, and exhale to come down. Again, remember your options. If you can stay completely relaxed in the lower body and extend your arms out front, then by all means do so. If that adds any tension whatsoever, just bring the hands back up. Completely let go. Just slowly lifting the chest before everybody falls asleep. Sweep the right arm behind. See if you can pick up that foot and squeeze the heel in towards the glutes. Really nice stretch for the quads. I say nice, it's quite intense. And release. Okay, this time we're going to roll the hips over to the left. Sweep the legs round. Grab something warmer if you want it. Arms out at shoulder height. As you exhale, rolling down to the floor, bringing the knees in over the chest. Give them a little squeeze in. Gentle rock from side to side. Take your arms wide. Allow the knees to come over to the right. Rest them down on the floor. Right hand to top knee. Take your eye gaze to the left. Coming back up to centre. Take your knees over to the left. Left hand to top knee. Eye gaze to the right. And coming back up to centre. Holding onto the shins. We're going to come to happy baby. So we're going to straighten off the legs first. Push into the heels. Press your lower back into the floor. Okay, now bend your knees. Reach up towards the feet. So you can hold onto the big toes, the inside edge of the foot or the outside edge of the foot, wherever feels comfy for you. Now keeping your shins vertical, bring the knees out on an angle towards your armpits. Flex the feet, use your upper body strength to pull the knees down towards the floor. Now if your bottom is lifted, press the lower back down into the mat and then gently rock from side to side. This should feel really nice for your lower back, whilst also being a really good stretch into the hips. Bring the soles of your feet together, rest them down on the floor quite close to your bottom. Keep the knees wide, allow them to just fall towards the floor. Inhale, take the arms overhead. Exhale to release. See if you can get the shoulders and the hips to completely relax. Okay, so I always say in my classes, if this is a position that you feel really comfy in, I know some people do, by all means keep the legs where they are for relaxation. Maybe bring the arms down by the side of the body though, just to allow the shoulders to relax. If this isn't particularly comfortable for you, use your hands to bring the knees back together. Try not to use those muscles on the inside of the leg and in the groin. And find a comfortable position. So you can take your feet mat width apart, rest the knees towards each other. If you have any problems in the lower back, this might be the most comfortable position for you, or a cushion, a pillow underneath the knees. Alternatively, Savasana, corpse pose. Have your feet a little wider than the hips, toes just resting out towards the sides of the mat. Have a little glance. Just make sure that your spine is in a straight line. Wriggle the sit bones away from you a little bit. Tuck the chin, just gently to lengthen the back of the neck. Have a little distance under the armpits, a little bit of space between the ribs and the arms. Turn the palms to face the ceiling. Softly close the eyes. And bring your attention back to your breathing. In and out through the nose. Just notice how your body feels now at the end of a practice. Maybe you can feel some areas of tingling or vibration. Just a sign of increased blood flow or energy flow to that part of your body. Just have a scan beginning with the toes. Just notice that warm tingling feeling of relaxation on the soles of your feet, starting to spread up into the ankles, calf muscles, into the knees, the thighs feeling heavy and soft, into the pelvis. Just take a big breath here, and as you exhale, release any tension there in the hips. Soften your belly. Feel your back completely supported by the floor. Chest is soft, just rising and falling with every breath. Shoulders heavy. Feel the weight just melting into the floor. Arms relaxed. A gentle curl to the fingers. Neck and jaw relaxed. The inside of your mouth. Soften that space between the eyebrows. Every time you breathe in, visualize your breath traveling from the base of your spine all the way up to just past the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, visualize that breath traveling all the way back down your spine before being released into the ground. Taking with it any tension, any discomfort, any unwanted or negative thoughts. Just let them go with the breath out. You can stay here for as long as you like. Maybe even drift off to sleep. Otherwise, maybe You start to deepen your breath a little. Bring your awareness back into your body. Some movement to the fingers and the toes. And then just do whatever feels good for you, which might be taking the arms overhead for a full body stretch. Or it might be bringing the knees in over the chest. Having a gentle rock from side to side. In your own time, just make your way over onto your side into a recovery position. Take a really deep breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. Then whenever you feel ready, just gently push the floor away with your hands. Use your upper body strength. Let's not put any tension into the back. Come all the way up to sit. Just choose whatever seated position is comfortable for you. Lift up through the crown of the head. Take a breath in, sweeping the arms overhead. And exhale, bringing the hands down to your heart. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope to see you soon. Bye.